Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you all the Fnaf custom figures that I've made in the past like 5 years or so, even though like 99% of them are like made in the past 2 years. But anyways, yeah, let's just get on the video. I made like 3 videos, like, well, parts of this before, and I thought I might as well make another one because the last one I did was like 5 months ago. But yeah, I have a lot of figures here. I think it's like 50 figures now. So yeah, it's like 50 Fnaf figures that are custom made. And so yeah, I'm just showing you them today. Anyways, let's get on the video. Also, I'm going to be starting with like my oldest ones to my newest ones. Okay, so my first 2 figures that I ever made for like my Fnaf custom figures or custom figures in general are Fredbear and Tangle. So yeah, I made these about like 6, 7, 8 years ago maybe. Yeah, probably I'd say 7. And yeah, so they're very old. He does have his 2 hands, but they just kind of fell off. The joints are cracked on them, so yeah, I can't glue them on really. But yeah, these 2 I made a long time ago. I think that they are actually very good. I still think they hold up very, very well, and I actually like them a lot. So yeah, I do keep them safe. That's why they're not in the worst condition. Red Bear's looking pretty rough though, but yeah, I think that they're really cool figures, and there are my first 2. Okay, so for my third figure that I ever made is Vanny. So yeah, it's like a huge while after I made the last 2 custom figures, I made this Vanny figure. So yeah, I think it came out really good. I made this in 2021, so about 2 years ago now. So it's a big difference from like 2017 or 2016 where I made the other 2. I just decided while I was in quarantine, I might as well just make a custom figure. She took me about 4 days. I think she's very accurate. I'd say she's like one of my most accurate custom figures that I have, like even to this day. So yeah, I think it turned out really good. I really like it. It's definitely one of my favorite custom figures that I've made so far, especially considering how it looked like before this with the original Funko Vanny figure. So yeah, I think this came out really good. Anyways, that's my third custom. Okay, so for my fourth custom figure is going to be Toxic Springtime from Fnaf AR. So yeah, this guy was like one of my favorite skins from Fnaf AR at the time, and so I really wanted to repaint the Funko version of him because the Funko version looked horrible, honestly. So yeah, I repainted it, and I think it came out really good. Unfortunately, a lot of the paint is scratching off. As you can see, all the bubbles are this color, but now they're becoming more and more transparent, as he is about like 2 years old. Yeah, because I made him in 2022. So yeah, he's a very old custom, and he was actually the first custom that I posted on this channel. So yeah, I think he came out really good, honestly. He's just a very simple repaint. All I did was paint him gray. I painted his nose and stuff, so yeah, I really only painted like a couple things, but I still think he came out really good at the time. Right now, he doesn't look the best, but anyways, I still really like him. Anyways, that's my fourth figure. Okay, so for my fifth custom figure that I made is going to be Grim Foxy from like the Fnaf Fredbear DLC, whatever, from like Help Wanted. Anyways, I think it came out really cool. A bunch of the paint has scraped off, as you can see, which I really don't like, because before it was not like that. It was completely red in like the areas that he's supposed to be like a dark red. But yeah, I just decided to repaint him because he was a really bad figure, and yeah, you know, Funko's looked really bad. He was just completely transparent and orange. It was just like really inaccurate, so I didn't like that, since Grim Foxy is like my favorite character from the Fredbear DLC. So yeah, that's why I decided to paint him. I think it came out great, and yeah, that's my fifth custom. Alright, so for my sixth custom figure is going to be Shadow Freddy. So yeah, he's my sixth custom figure. He's a bit bad, to be honest. I think it came out really good though. He is a bit gray, which I don't like. I don't know why he's so dark and why I painted him like that. But I still think he looks like Withered Freddy, well, at least Shadow Freddy, and I think he came out good, although I really wish I did do the eyes, but there's nothing really much to say about this guy. I mean, he's really just a repaint of a Freddy figure that I had. He still has all his same articulation, which I probably should have talked about the articulation in the other figures, but yeah. And then, yeah, I cut his face cheeks off with like a saw blade knife or whatever. And yeah, and I also added some clay to his feet. But other than that, he's just a simple repaint. He didn't take me that long to make. And when I made this custom is when I actually started doing YouTube again, because 4 months before I actually uploaded the video for this custom figure, I kind of just quit YouTube because nothing successful was going on it. So I quit YouTube and kind of forgot about it. And then yeah, I'm like, oh wait, you know what, I have like 5 videos I didn't upload but I actually made, so I might as well just upload those. Even if they do good, then hey, that's really cool. If they don't, well, it's fine, because you know, I had them in the first place. But yeah, so yeah, this video, I made about him. Well, not this video exactly, but the video I made about him. It's really important to me, honestly. Same as this figure. Now, this is going to be my 7th custom and also the first custom of 2023. So yeah, I made this custom last year. It was my first custom that I made on that year. I think it came out really good, honestly. When I first made him, he was way better than what he looks like now. Yeah, let's ignore the back of him for now. But he used to be a lot better back then, honestly. Like when I first made him, he came out really good. It's just he's like 90% air dry clay, and the paint is just chipping off. Same with the air dry clay as well. Don't ever really use air dry clay in this like big of things like this. Like you can use it on little things, just not huge things like I did right here. But anyways, I still think he came out really good. I honestly really like him. Definitely one of my favorites, not in like accuracy or anything like that. I just think he looks really cool, and he's like really unique too. But he looked like 10 times better when I first made him. But anyways, that's my 7th custom. Okay, so for my 8th custom, and his hand just kind of fell off. Okay, I'll just put that back on later. But anyways, he is my 8th custom figure. I think after this, I'm not going to count them anymore because I do not want to forget and sound like an idiot. Anyways, he is Bonnie, obviously. I repainted him to look more accurate, like the Help Wanted version, not the Fnaf 4 one. And he was a pretty frustrating custom to make, to say the least. And you might be wondering, how? He's just a simple repaint. Yeah, I don't know why he was so hard. Like, honestly, it just was very hard. I mean, when I was painting him, since I had, like, no painting experience at the time, and just no really experience in making custom figures, it turned out pretty bad, to be honest. And during the process of making it, there was just so much paint layers. That's why he's, like, so messy kind of looking. But, I think he came out pretty good. I actually kind of like him. But yeah, that's my 8th figure, and that's Bonnie. Okay, so this is my first bootleg FNAF figure that I painted, and it's going to be Shattered Roxanne Wolf. At the time I thought it was really good, but now I don't really think it's that good, not because of how I painted it, just because it's a bootleg, you know. So yeah, I don't really like it that much. It's still pretty good, to be honest, but and also the air dry clay piece that I had on her face that like made it look like her eyes were actually not there instead of just coloring them black, fell off and stuff. So yeah, and since it was like 5 months after I made the video and I made this figure, I just really didn't care about sculpting a whole new thing for her eyes right there. So I'm like, just paint over it, I guess. But yeah, and if you want to see the back, yeah, the back is really not good. I mean, I guess on the rest of the body it's fine, but like on the torso, it's horrible. So, and you're gonna see that in kind of a lot of my customs. I forgot to do that, but now I do not forget to do the backs of my figures. But yeah, anyways, I think it's a pretty good custom. It definitely looks like Shattered Roxy, and I'm definitely proud of it. For my next one is going to be Shattered Glamrock Chica. So yeah, I think she came out really good too. Honestly, my Shattered Roxy came out a lot better. I feel like this one was a lot easier to make. All I had to do was really just cut off her beak and just repaint her over her in like literally 3 areas. Like, actually, no. Literally 2 areas I had to repaint. That's basically it, because, yeah. I mean, like, repaint fully. And then all the cracks, I kind of just did with a marker. So, yeah, this is a very easy figure to paint, honestly. And so that's why it doesn't look the best. And also, the legs are very flimsy and stuff, and it's just... Okay, so for our next custom, is going to be Shattered Monty. So, yeah, I did, like, 3 of the Shattered animatronics in a row, but he has also another bootleg like the other 2. This time, it actually looks very cool. I actually think I did a really good job on him this time. I actually did a lot more work on this guy too. Repainted him fully, and yeah, I think he came out really good. He definitely looks better than the other 2, and I gave him a bigger mohawk as well. I don't know, I just think he came out really good, and also the mold for him that the bootleg company made is definitely more accurate than the other 2. So yeah, I think he came out really cool. Definitely my favorite. I just wish I made the wires for him on his legs and stuff, but yeah, it's alright. Okay, so my custom after Shattered Auntie over there is going to be Scorching Chica from Fnaf AR. So yeah, I actually really like this custom because of how I just did the like lava cracks in her and stuff. I think she came out really good. I also made a cupcake, but the paint kind of scratched off of that, so there's no point in me showing it right now. But yeah, I think it came out really good. I think I did a really good job on it. If you're wondering how I did this, I kind of just used Posca markers for like her lines. I don't know why I can't speak, but anyways, that's what I did for like those. I gave her like highlights so that it's like darker around it. It kind of looks like neon, I guess, now that I look at it again. But yeah, I think the eyes look really cool. It's like my first time using Posca marker for eyes, and here on out, I actually just started using those for like every single one of my eyes on like all my figures. But yeah, that's basically it for Scorching Chica. Not much to say. It's a pretty boring custom, to be honest. Oh boy, and then we have White Rabbit. So yeah, I made this guy to complete like my thing with Tangle and Fredbear and stuff. He did not come out so good. Some of you might know I do not like using white paint at all, to be honest. This white paint is just not my thing. I don't know why. It's like it's either a tint of yellow, and it just never works well. I mean, the texture on it is like really bad. It takes forever to dry. When it does dry, it looks like this. It looks like crap, honestly. I just don't like it. But anyways, he came out pretty good, honestly. I like him a lot. He's a pretty simple custom, but he is very messy looking. Alright, so my next one after that will be Blackheart Bonnie from Fnaf AR. So yeah, I was making a lot of Fnaf AR skins, I guess. But yeah, I think he came out really good, honestly. For the time being, obviously. Now he's not the best, but yeah, because you know, all his paint basically scratched off and stuff like that. Even though I never even like touched him after I painted him. But I guess it's the paint I used because it was a different type of paint at the time. But yeah, I think it came out pretty good. Honestly, I really like it. I really wish I got to compare it with the Funko Blackheart Bonnie, but I'm not gonna buy a Blackheart Bonnie figure from Funko for like $50, not even counting tax or shipping. And so at the time when I was like 11 or 12, I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I cannot afford that. All right, so my next custom is going to be Flaming Stream Trap. This one I like a lot. It used to be like one of my most accurate customs at the time because it just looks so good. I mean, just look at it. It looks really cool, honestly. Definitely like my most detailed custom so far at the time, other than like Vanny or whatever. So I was really proud of this one. I think I did a really good job on it. I still think it looks really cool. And then like on his endoskeleton, I made it like yellow and brighter, so that's like the metal is like burning and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it came out really good. I really like this one. Okay, so then after I made Flaming Springtrap, I made Withered Bonnie. So yeah, I think it came out really good. And a bit of a story for this guy. I actually made him like a long time before. After I made Flaming Springtrap, it might sound confusing at the moment, but like basically, I made a Withered Bonnie figure a long time ago. I'll put up the video here, and it was like when I first started my channel in 2022. I made a Withered Bonnie figure, and it was actually pretty good. I actually liked it quite a bit. But then it kind of like broke a bunch. Like the wires came off of him constantly. The paint chipped off like 90%. His ears would keep falling off and stuff. His hand still falls off to this day. But yeah, I decided like, you know what? He's pretty much broken now and like useless. So I decided I might as well just repaint him again. So that's what I did. I repainted him, gave him new wires, glued back on his ears, and I think he came out a lot better. I think he looks really cool now. Also, if you're wondering what that noise is in the background, it's like glass scratching or anything like that. It's because my bearded dragon is just playing in his cage right now. He just likes like running around in his cage because I got him like a bigger cage recently. So he's having a lot of fun like running around. So that's what the noise is in the background. But yeah, this Withered Bonnie custom is really old, but also not old at the same time. Alright, so for my next custom, this is the one that I made after Withered Bonnie, is actually Music Man. So yeah, I think he came out really good. I made a bootleg using this, what am I saying? I made this guy using a bootleg, and I think he came out really good, honestly. I really like his symbols or whatever. The gold paint I used for it is really good, honestly. I don't really use it to this day because I don't know what to use it on, because none of my new figures have gold anywhere. But yeah, I think this guy came out really cool. I really like him a lot, especially since the mold is really accurate, and then the paint job I added to him is actually really cool too. So yeah, I overall really like this guy. His paint's a bit messy and like not really in the lines, but I still think he's really cool. Okay, so the figure I made after DJ Music Man, why did I say that? I mean, not DJ Music Man, just regular Music Man, is Glamrock Bonnie Shattered. And you might be wondering, yeah, Demby, where the heck is his legs at? Well, his legs I had to use for a later custom I'll show you guys later on. I'll explain what it is. But yeah, that's what I had to use his feet for. So sorry, Glamrock Bonnie. But yeah, I think he's a really cool custom, honestly. I used another bootleg for this. I think he came out really good. Now, when I made this guy, he was a huge upgrade in like for my custom figures in general in painting, because I used a lot more different techniques on this guy and just a bunch of new stuff on him in general. Don't ask why this paint scratched off and stuff. I can't explain that right now. But yeah, anyways, I think like just compare him to like the other like figures that I showed you before this guy, and the paint is way different. I mean, you know, he's like my second Withered custom that I made. So because of that, I tried using more like dry brushing and stuff and made him like look a lot more realistic. And like literally all those techniques I used in my future customs. So yeah, this guy was a huge upgrade in painting for me. And so yeah, that's why I really like this one a lot. I think it came out really cool. And also this was before the Ruin game release, so that's why it's not accurate anymore to security breach. Oh yeah, that crunching noise in the background is my bearded dragon eating again. Yeah, he's gonna be making quite a lot of noises in the background, so I guess that's, I don't know, maybe the music will tune it out, I guess. I don't know, hopefully it does. Okay, so my next figure is going to be Bonnie from the Molten files. So yeah, I think he came out really cool, honestly, just because he looks like really realistic, honestly, to me, in my opinion. But yeah, I think he came out really good, honestly. I really like this guy. His joints are very flimsy, that's why he was like laying down on the floor right here. And also just because, you know, he's missing a foot. But yeah, I think he got really good. I actually really like this guy. He has quite a lot of articulation. I like the long files. I think it's pretty cool. I definitely like their character designs. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say for this guy. Okay, so this is gonna be our first fan game like character. I don't think I've made any other fan game characters as of like figure form. So yeah, it's like the only one. It's from Finest of Candies. It's Chester. I think that's what his name. Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, it's Chester from Finest of Candies. That's like my favorite Five Nights at Freddy's fan game, honestly, other than like the Joy creation. So yeah, I think he came out really good. I used to bootleg for him. Same with Bond, by the way. I used to bootleg for him as well. But yeah, I think he came out really good. His joints again are very loose, to be honest. Like, see, I barely put any pressure on that. And I really like his paint job. Although I really wish I didn't do his paint job like this. I wish I like made more like a toy animatronic look, because that's really what the Five Nights at Freddy, like Five Nights at Candies characters look like. Is like they're really heavily inspired from the toy animatronics. So I wish I did that instead of doing more of like a realistic approach. But yeah. Okay, so for my next one, it's going to be Spring Bonnie, just regular Spring Bonnie, I guess. But instead of using like Springtrap or anything like that as the base, I just used the Fnaf one like tie-dye Bonnie figure instead. I think he came out really good, honestly. He used to have 2 buttons, but they just kept falling off. But yeah, I think he came out really good. I used the actual Spring Bonnie model as like a reference to make this guy. But yeah, I think he came out really good, honestly. I really like him. He was my first YouTube short that I made on this channel too. So yeah. I guess that's really all I have to say about him. I think he just looks really cool. Alright, so now we have another Walton Files character, and this time it's Sha the Sheep. Now this one's like my favorite Walton Files like character, well, out of the animatronics, you know. And I just think the design is like really cool on it, and honestly, I feel like it could actually be like a real life animatronic, other than being like super creepy like Bond looks like. So that's why I like it a lot. As you can see, this one has like a lot more details, as it was made like a couple months after I made Bond. So it's a pretty big difference. I really like how I did the eyes. I'm so surprised how I managed to do them that small, but like also make them look really good. But yeah, I think I did a really good job on this figure. It's definitely one of my favorites that I've made so far. I just think it looks really cool, and I really like what I did with the endoskeleton parts on this figure, because before, when I made endoskeleton parts on the figures, I just kind of just like made them silver or gray, and then just kind of dry brushed a bunch on them. But this time I actually like painted the singular parts on them and like made them different colors. So yeah, really like this custom. I guess that's kind of all I have to say for this one. And I also used the bootleg to make this. Alright, so for my next custom, it's going to be Withered Foxy. So yeah, I think this is my second Withered action figure. Well, no, my third one, because I'm counting Shadow Freddy as well. So yeah, I think he came out really good, honestly. This is my first time, like my first custom, that I used a Dremel on. As you can see, he has a lot of withering and stuff. Unfortunately, the Dremel that I used on him was pretty bad, honestly, so I had to get a new one. And if you're wondering where his endo ear is, yeah, I don't really know either, to be honest. I had to move him around in like different shelves and spaces like 5 times, and in between those and putting him in like boxes and stuff, you know, his ear kind of fell off and I don't know where it is now, but it's alright. I still think he looks really cool. But yeah, I actually like him a lot. I think he looks really cool. Although his endoskeleton feet on the back look pretty bland, to say the least. I think I just forgot to paint him there. But yeah, I think it came out really good. Alright, for my next custom, it's going to be Burn Trap. So yeah, this one I improved a lot on, like, in like making it, you know, from customs. I think it came out really good. This one I made in one day, believe it or not, 10 hours to be exact. I made it in, like, I worked on this thing in 10 hours straight and completed it. But yeah, I put a lot of work into this guy. This time I used an actual good working Dremel on him. So yeah, a Dremel can make a lot of changes on a custom figure, to be honest. Like, if you don't use a Dremel, and you make like a really good looking custom figure, then like you are very skilled at doing so. But yeah, he took me a long time to make. He was very hard to make too. I put a lot of details on him, as you can see, and I used a tie-dye Springtrap figure to make this guy, believe it or not. But yeah, he took a long time to make. He was very hard to make too, and I just really like him. I think he came out really great, and yeah, that's basically all I have to say about him. Alright guys, so for my next custom, it's going to be Eclipse. I made this guy after I made Burn Trap, obviously. But anyways, I think he's really cool. He's a very important custom to me because his video is my most viewed video on my YouTube channel. Not my long form, because his long form one only has like 3,000 views. But his short video, like the YouTube short one, has like 130,000 views. So yeah, I don't know how he got so much views. I was not expecting that, but yeah, very grateful for that. He has a lot of views, but also a lot of hate comments at the same time on that video because it got popular. So that's what happens. But anyways, I think he's a really good custom in my opinion. A lot of people will say he's messy, and a lot of people have, but he's literally supposed to be messy. He's a mix of two characters in one, and he's also broken and dirty. I guess I can try. This is like the cleanest I can make him for you if you want. I can try making him as clean as my toy animatronic figures if you want me to, because I don't know how less messy it can get. Okay, but anyways, I think he came out really good, honestly. I don't have any problems with him. So yeah, I like him a lot. Okay, and then after I made him, I made Withered Freddy, and he also kind of got a lot of views too. You might be wondering where his hand is. Well, his hand kind of broke off. I'm trying to fix it at the moment, but it's pretty hard, honestly, to fix it because it used to have a hole in there, and I got like this wax putty stuff in it because I dropped it in like the wax putty stuff, so it's like it's covered up and stuff. So I need the time to like get it out and all that before I can put his hand back on again. But I think he came out really good. He's very accurate, honestly. I think he came out really good, honestly. I think he's really accurate and stuff. I really like him a lot. And then we get to his backside. Yeah, let's just... So I forgot to paint his backside, I guess, because I didn't make this guy in one day. So since I made him in one day, I kind of forgot to do his back. You'll see that, you already did see that of my Burn Trap figure. Just kidding, you did not, because I did not show you the back of my Burn Trap figure. Because it isn't as bad now, because I decided to paint my Burn Trap figure, because my Burn Trap figure is even worse than this one is. But yeah. I actually like him a lot, and like I was saying, he actually got me like 7,000 views on like his long form one, and like 20,000 views on his short one, so I'm very grateful for that, honestly. I was not expecting that, and this was around when I had 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, when I made this video, I got 1,000 subscribers, so this is a very important custom to me. I'm surprised he got that much views too. I was not expecting him to get that much. I'm very grateful that he did. Alright, my next custom after that is going to be Scrap Trap from Fnaf 6. You might be wondering where his arm is. Well, I'll show you, because it kind of broke off. But anyways, here he is. I think he came out really good, honestly. I really like him a lot. And this might surprise you, but his whole head is made out of air dry clay. Not even milliput or epoxy sculpt, just straight air dry clay. And yeah, I used a Rockstar Foxy figure to make his body. So yeah, he was a pretty difficult custom, to say the least. He took a lot of time to make, just because of how much changes I had to make to him. But I overall think he came out really good, honestly. I really like him. I really like Scrap Trap, and a lot of people might disagree. And like, how is he like this? Is because he's actually, Scrap Trap is like my favorite scrap animatronic, other than like Lefty, I guess. He's like my second favorite. A lot of people disagree. A lot of people do. So he's like the least favorite one, like the least popular, I mean. But I overall really like Scrap Trap's design. But yeah, I'll show you his other arm right now. So there it is. I'm trying to fix it. Super glue doesn't work. I guess it did. What the heck? But yeah, there's his arm. There it is. I kind of just used spare parts to make his arm, by the way. And this is what my Ruined Freddy's hand would have looked like, by the way. But this is like my old Mangle hand, so it's not actually his hand that fell off or anything. And actually, I forgot to do Withered Chica, but I made Withered Chica before I made Ruined Freddy. I think it was before Ruined Freddy, so I forgot to add her in. But yeah, here's Withered Chica. She does not move at all. She has no articulation. I'll show you a picture of what she looked like before, because she looked pretty bad, as you can see. So yeah, you can see how this was a very hard custom to make and how frustrating it would have been. Here's the back of her. Very bland. I did do the dry brushing, but there's literally no withering on the back of side of her, so that's a shame. But yeah, I still think she's really cool. She's like a more realistic depiction and like a scarier version of Withered Chica. I really like her though. I think she came out good. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say for Withered Chica. Alright, so for my next custom, it's going to be Ruin Roxy. So yeah, this is my second newest Ruin figure, and it's going to be Ruin Roxy, obviously. Okay, anyways, I don't know what this intro is. But anyways, I think she came out really good, honestly. She's very detailed, I'd say. Definitely has a lot of endoskeleton parts. I think she came out really good. The only thing I don't like about her is her endo arm. It's pretty bad, honestly. It's pretty bad, to say the least. I mean, she doesn't have an endo hand. But I think she came out really good. I mean, her head was so hard to make. I made it out of air dry clay and used like a Roxy head from Funko, like a Funko Roxanne Wolf head. And yeah, that's basically all I did. But like for her head, not just the whole figure. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, there's her hair. That's the back of her. Again, very bland, like every other one of my better customs so far. There's her tail. I think she came out really good though. I really like her endo foot, dude. I love her endo foot right there. It's like the best endo foot that I've made so far. Yeah, I think she's really cool. Definitely one of my favorites. Alright, for my next figure, it's going to be Nightmare Fredbear. So yeah, he is definitely one of my most accurate figures that I've made. I mean, if not my most accurate one that I've made, because this just looks so accurate, honestly. And all the materials I made for him, by the way, other than paint, were like from the dollar store. But yeah, I think he came out really good. I used the VR Toy Freddy for the figure for this. Not the live wire Toy Freddy, the actual one with the VR mask. So that means I sculpted his whole face right here. And I had to cut off his VR mask. If you don't believe me, just look at the glue right here on the top of his head. I had to cut it off and stuff. And you can also watch my process videos of making him that I made on YouTube Shorts. So that then if you have low attention span or like a goldfish, you can watch those in semi-long form video. But yeah, I think he came out really good. Definitely one of my favorite customs. The back is actually detailed. And I just really like him a lot. Honestly, he came out so good. I love this figure. Alright, another Fat Bear is on our next custom figure. And it's going to be Toy Freddy. So yeah, actually, let's do all the toy animatronics together. Get them over here. Oh yeah, okay, hold on. I know that. Let me explain. Okay, if you're wondering why I have like 4 sheets of paper on my like setup, and as you can see, I have a foam board under this, but I just don't want it to get like really messy, because as you can see, there's already quite a mess, even though these are like brand new pages of paper, because a bunch of like clay and stuff can fall off on my older customs. My newer customs are fine, but like on my older ones, there's quite a lot of mess. So that's why I put 4 pieces of paper under it. And then this guy has like some like putty stuff to keep him still when I put them on my shelves, so that then they don't fall off and stuff like that. But yeah, here's my toy animatronics. Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, Toy Freddy. I made Toy Bonnie and Freddy in the same day. Toy Chica I made like 3 months before I made these two. And yeah, I think they all came out really good. The only problem I have with them is how I didn't sand them good enough. I didn't have sandpaper at the time. I do now, but yeah, that's like my only problem with them. Other than that, I think that they're really good. I definitely like how I made Toy Bonnie's eyes, and I also have a removable beak for Toy Chica. I usually just put like some putty stuff to make it stick right there. But yeah, she can also hold her beak too. But I have one hand, so I can't really put it in her hands right now. But yeah, I think they all came out really good. Again, I used the VR Toy Freddy figure for this one, high score Toy Chica figure for her, and a systematic Toy Bonnie for this guy. But yeah, I think they all came out really good. Alright, so my next custom is going to be the last Withered figure, my newest one too, and my like last FNAF, no kidding, no, not my last FNAF 2 figure. But anyways, it's Withered Freddy. I think, in my opinion, he's the best Withered figure that I've made so far. I think he just came out really good. I used a tie-dye Freddy to make this guy. And also, by the way, you can get the tie-dye figures at like Five Below on their website in case they're not at your stores. But yeah, here he is. I think he came out really good, honestly. I really like him. Definitely did a lot of sculpting on him. And yeah, I just overall really like him. Definitely an improvement on the mold from like my Shadow Freddy figure. Because, you know, Shadow Freddy and Withered Freddy are the exact same but in the game, but they're just repainted versions of each other. But yeah, I think I definitely did a better job on the mold, obviously. But yeah, I think he came out really good. I really like him. Alright, my next one is FNAF movie Foxy and FNAF movie Chica and FNAF movie Carl, the cupcake as well. Because why wouldn't I make him? But yeah, here he is. And, you know, so we have Carl the cupcake and these two. Kind of forgot their names. But anyways, here they are. I think they look really cool, honestly. I really like these two. I think they came out really good. I really like them. A lot of people don't realize how different the FNAF movie characters are compared to like the FNAF 1 versions, other than like the red eyes. And when making these, I'm like, why should I make these again? I'm like, they have like no difference. But I'm like, wow, there's actually quite a lot of differences. Like, for example, like Foxy has a lot more endoskeleton like parts showing. Like his belly is showing and stuff like there. He has another part down here and like up here as well. And he also has like way baggier and like shorts too, and overall more detailed like feet. And yeah, he has a lot more different colors than just like a red eye and stuff. Chica, I can't really say the same for. She's kind of the same as her FNAF 1 version. But yeah, it's a certain mold and shape and proportions are definitely different. That's why I have some sculpting on her, because she actually has quite a lot of different proportions, because, you know, you can't get the same model from the game. But yeah, here's Cupcake too. Added some sculpting to him to make him more like the FNAF movie Cupcake, aka I made him fatter. But yeah, here they are. I think they came out really good, honestly. I really like them. I haven't made any other movie characters other than these two. I might make more, but I don't think I will, since no one quite remembers the FNAF movie anymore. Just kidding. No, everyone, like, people remember the FNAF movie, but no one makes like videos on it and talks about it anymore. So I don't think I will. Okay, for my next figure, we're down to the last 5 now, is my Lefty custom. So yeah, you might have seen this like before in this video, because, you know, it's like she's like twice the size of the other characters, and it looks way different. And let me just explain for you. So as you can see, this Lefty figure is a lot more accurate than the Funko Lefty figure. I think it came out really good. I really love this thing, but it's very broken at the moment. I didn't realize how fragile it would be. I'm missing some accessories too. But let me just explain how I made this figure first. So I got a Stormtrooper figure made by Hasbro. Nah, I don't remember. It's like a Black Series Stormtrooper. I have a lot of Star Wars figures as well. So I used one of those, and I used a TIE Fighter pilot for them, to be exact. Just because it's Stormtroopers, I'd have to like cut off all the armor and stuff, so I might as well just use the TIE Fighter one instead, because it's just more of like a base. So I used that for the articulation, which I'll show you in a moment. And then I just got epoxy sculpted around that, and that's basically how I made this figure. I also made the accessories and stuff as well. And obviously, her head is completely sculpted. I don't use any base on it. I tried giving it articulation. That didn't really work. I guess she can like move her jaw up and down and stuff. But yeah, there we go. Now I'll talk about some issues in her accessories. So her accessories, as you can see, is a microphone, and that's the only accessories I have to show you right now. The other ones kind of broke, and so I'm working on refixing them again. And those other accessories were a like pointing finger and a grabbing finger for this hand right here. That's why the finger is missing. The grabbing one is so when she's holding her microphone. The pointing one is just because, I guess, just like because I wanted to. And then her other accessories are her eyeballs. So as you look in the back of her head right here, there's a little opening right there. And so these, this eyeball right here, I made using a pin, like one of those pin things. I don't know what they're called. I forgot what they're called, but they're like little, I got them at the dollar store and stuff. Painted those to look like eyeballs, and I can like take them out and stuff if I use tweezers. And yeah, I can swap them out with like different eyeballs. So I had like one where it's like kind of half like a deactivated looking like one, and then another one was like a jump scare eyeball. But yeah, I don't know where they're at the moment. Sadly, I lost them when I was moving this figure a lot. So yeah, because I had to move her from like 4 different shelves in the past like year. Well, not past year, but the past couple months. And yeah, that's why I don't really have them anymore. As you can see, she's pretty messy looking right now. Her paint is kind of chipping off. And yeah, the hot glue gun strings are kind of everywhere. But I'll show you some pictures of what she looked like a long time ago when I first made her, just so I can do the figure some justice. As you can see, there it is. And don't mind that. Working on that right now at the moment. But yeah, that's what it looked like before. And also that's another accessory I forgot to mention, which is a puppet mask. So I'll show that one as well. So yeah, that's why this like thing can open right here, and I could like put the puppet mask in there. That's why there's also like a little divot thing right there, so the puppet mask can go in. And yeah, so this is definitely one of my favorite figures, even though it's very broken and stuff right now at the moment. It's definitely my most unique figure that I think I've made so far. And it's definitely my hardest custom figure that I've ever made, obviously. Because it took me like 3 weeks to make. No. It took me 2 weeks to make. And yeah, it just was very hard in general. And yes, she has a lot of articulation, so try showing you that. You can move her hand right there. But yeah, you can see her elbow articulation. It's like a ball joint kind of thing. She can swivel her torso, waist, or whatever. A bend at her knee, and that's it for her legs. And then it's the same articulation for her shoulder on the other arm. And then she also has articulation right here. Added the puppet stripes in. But yeah, quite a lot of articulation. Looking, it's like a couple points of articulation, so it's not a lot, but I still think it's really good for what this custom figure is. Okay, so for our next custom, it's gonna be Mangle from Fnaf 2. So this is my last Fnaf 2 figure I think I'll be making, since I did like the whole main cast of animatronics. And yeah, here it is. I think she came out amazing. Honestly, this is such a good custom figure. I'm so proud of it. And I just think it looks really cool. If you want more detailed explanation, you can check out the video I made on her. By the way, I have videos of all these customs that I'm showing, so you just have to kind of look for them on my channel. Obviously, I'm not going to link them in the description or comments, as it has to have like 50 links. So yeah, that's going to be very hard for me to do. But yeah, I think she came out really good. I really love this figure. I especially like the endo head a lot. I think it came out great. Way better than I expected it would come out. But yeah, that's all I have to really say for this custom. Alright, so for my next custom that I made after I made Mangle, it's going to be Molten Freddy. So yeah, here he is. I think he came out amazing, honestly. I love this custom. Came out way better than I thought it would be. He was a very hard custom to make, obviously. And he actually has some articulation in his arms. So he has articulation at his elbow and at his shoulders. And he has articulation on his hands. All ball joints, by the way. But yeah, I think he came out really good. If you want more detailed explanation on him, again, I made a video on him where I showed how you can make him too. It's like a tutorial video. But yeah, I think he came out really good. I really like this custom. Alright, my next custom after that is going to be Carney. I don't know why his leg popped off. There we go. Anyways, here he is. I think he came out really good, honestly. I really like this custom. You might be wondering where his hand is. Yeah, the ball joint broke off of it, so that's why it's not on him. Because the Fnaf 6 joints are very fragile, by the way. Just making sure you know that. But yeah, this is a pretty old figure, so that's why his ball joint broke off on his hand. But yeah, that's basically really all I have to say for this guy. He's a really good custom. I think he came out amazing. I really like him. He is my last custom of 2023. So my last custom of 2023 was this guy. Well, yeah. Okay, guys. So my last Five Nights at Freddy's custom for today's video, and my newest Five Nights at Freddy's custom in general too. Well, my 6 cents customs, not like mystery minis and stuff like that, but my newest Five Nights at Freddy's custom in general out of anything is going to be Ruined Chica from Fnaf Security Breach, like the Ruined DLC. So yeah, I think it came out really good. I really like it. Don't really have much to say about it. Actually, just kidding. No, I do. This might be my last Ruined figure. I don't know, because this didn't really get a lot of views, even though I think it came out really good, and I spent a lot of time on it, so I don't think I'll make Ruined Monty, sadly. But yeah, I think this figure came out really good. I really love it. I definitely love Ruined Chica's design. I think it came out really good. The endo head was definitely pretty hard to make, and it kind of got ruined by all the hot glue, so that sucks. But yeah, I think I really like this figure. I really love it. It's definitely like my most accurate figure that I think I've made so far. It's either this or Nightmare Fredbear. I just think it came out super accurate. I just really like this figure. It has a bunch of details on it. It's very 3D and like hollow, as you can see. That's the one thing I like a lot about it, because a lot of my figures are usually like painted on details and stuff, and kind of like more 2D-ish, instead of like being completely like hollow like this and stuff like that, and like that. This is a lot different from my other figures, so I think that's why I like it a lot. Anyways, that's basically all I have to say about this custom. But yeah, guys, that's all for today's video. Those are all my customs from 2016 or 27, whenever the Fnaf 1 figures came out, whatever year that was, to 2024. So yeah, well, beginning of like March 2024. Okay. But yeah, I have a lot more customs coming soon that I'm working on. Right now I'm working on some Fnaf 6 customs. But yeah, those are all my customs so far. I think that's 50 customs in total, or at least over 50 or something like that. But yeah, at least 50 customs that I've made so far in the past like 7 years or so. And yeah, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. And hey, please like and subscribe like the little sign says. It's been saying this whole very long video. So yeah, please like and subscribe, because it helps me out a lot. These videos take me a long time to make, and I'm trying to get my channel back on track too. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching to the end. It means a lot to me. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.